Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I decided instead of posting something on my natural living page that I would jump on and do a Tuesday tip for you in person instead. So that's what I'm going to do. Last Friday, I had a couple of people say that that they have an issue with their eyebrows. You know, you get to a certain age and you think, oh, you know, my eyebrows are just not going to be there anymore. So I'm in my late 40s and grew up in the 80s, and as you can tell, my eyebrows are thin, and that was from over plucking from all these years, and they just don't grow back anymore. And so as I'm aging more now, not only are they thin from my plucking, but then they're also thin from aging, and I also have some gray hairs coming in. So I just wanted to give you some hope that there is something that you can do about your eyebrows. I am not a frou-frou girl at all. I don't use tons and tons of makeup, but what I do use, I like to look natural, so I'm not going to have painted on eyebrows. That's just not a look for me. So I just wanted to show you, this is me minus any makeup. So I just wanted to go over a few things that I do to help fill in some areas. And the first thing I do is I'm going to have to take off my glasses. But I use our concealing stick, and I use that under my eyes, and I make it in the form of a V under my eyes very gently. And the reason why I do that is I have dark circles under my eyes, and just to kind of give myself a little bit of a lighter, brighter look there. So what I do is I use that, and then we have a concealer brush, and you just blending brush, I'm sorry, and you just use that to kind of blend that in a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here, and as you can tell, it's quite a bit lighter at this point. Because I still have a little bit on my brush, I just go up here to kind of lift that area and highlight a little bit. I go down the length of my nose, and then the Cupid's bow right here, and then I add a little bit more, to my chin, because I have as you can tell, I have a pinkish reddish undertone to my skin. So again, I just blend that like this. Then what I do is I use my Sheer Minerals powder, and because I'm still have a little bit of color still left over from summer, my color is actually golden medium. This is our powder foundation, and what you do with that is that you take the container and you put some of it in the lid, which I've already done to save time. And then what you do is you use our kabuki brush, and you're going to dip that into the powder in the lid. Then you're going to tap the lid and the brush, the brush onto the lid so that you can get extra powder off. And then what I do is I just go in the areas that I want it, and you use a swirling motion. And as you can see, it blends beautifully. The one thing that I really like about our Sheer Minerals makeup is the fact that it's non-nanoparticle, and it also doesn't have any talc in it. What non-nanoparticle is, it means that the powder is a little bit larger than your pores, and so it sits actually on top of your skin rather than sinking into your pores. And I used to use other mineral makeups in the past, and I found that over time it was making my face drier, I was breaking out, and the reason for that is because it was settling into my pores and clogging them, so that they couldn't get the moisture that they needed, nor could my face breathe. So when I switched over to the Lemongrass Spa Sheer Minerals line, I actually found that my face wasn't as dry as it had been before, nor did it feel like I just wanted to scratch my face off like I had a mask on. So to me, that was a huge benefit. I'm just going to put a little bit more, because what I want to show you now is that what I do with our foundation is I actually go in the eye area, and I make sure that what I do is I get it on my eyebrows, and I also make sure that I dab it on my lashes. And the reason why I do that is, first of all, for my eyebrows is I'm going to be using our new brow pomade, and that's basically like liquid eyeliner, but it's like eyebrow liner. And I also use it as in replacement of my eyeliner. Someone had said on Friday that they have an issue with their eyeliner flaking or pulling. And so I use that brow pomade as my eyeliner instead. And this kind of helps to set it, prepare my eyelashes and my eyebrows for what I'm going to be putting on it so that it has something to adhere to. You don't have to do that, but I just find that it actually helps it to stay. I know several people don't have that issue, but I guess as I'm getting older and I have those little lines, it likes to settle into them sometimes. So this is what I do. And so now my face is ready for the first thing that I do makeup wise, and that is I put on my eyebrows. And studies have shown that one of the first things that people notice about a person is their eyebrows. Our eyebrows frame our face. And so what I use is our dark brow pomade, and I do that because I have darker hair and I have darker eyebrows. You have to do this very gently, and the reason why I say that is because you can tell that it is pretty dark. For those who have lighter hair, we also have a medium brow pomade, which is, as you can tell, lighter, quite a bit lighter. So this is what I would recommend for those of you who have blonde hair or, you know, light brown hair even. But even if you wanted to use the dark brow pomade, if you are one who likes to have darker eyebrows, that's fine too. Now a little of this goes a long way. And so what I do is I use our eyebrow brush, and this is a slanted angled brush. And the reason why I do that is because I want to use it in the shape of my eyebrows. So what I do is I dip it in. I don't know if you can see that or not. This is one of my first times doing videos here. I've only done a couple so far, so I want you to just be able to see that I have that on the eyebrow brush here, the slanted angled brush. And I have my mirror right here. You can't see it, but the way I had to set things up was this way, so forgive me that I'm getting kind of close. But what I do is I'm just going to feather this on. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me try to move this a little bit more. I just feather it on, and what it's doing is darkening, and I'm just going to follow the natural line of my eyebrows and just light feathery strokes. I don't know if you can see the difference or not from this side to this side. I'm just filling it in. I don't want mine to be too dark. Some people want that. Again, I don't want a painted on look. I just want something that's natural. I want it to look like I actually have eyebrows at this point, because they just kind of fade away with the gray and the thinness. So I'm going to put a little bit more on so I can do my left eyebrow. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go with the natural line of my eyebrows, and I'm just going to fill in light feathery strokes. And I'm just going to follow the natural arch, and also that line. And I'm going to bring it down. I'm just going to extend it a little bit because as I had said, I gotten carried away before with my plucking back in my teens and 20s, and those hairs don't grow anymore now in my late 40s. So anyway, so I'm just extending it down a little bit so that I have I come like in this to meet right here. If you do this with your eyebrow brush, you can see kind of where your eyebrows should end. You don't want to extend it down too far, and you don't want to have it too short either. So what I've done is, I don't know if you can tell, I've just colored in my my eyelashes with the brow pomade. So I think that that looks pretty natural, but one of the things that I do then is I use our other our eyebrow brush, you know, and I use this brush portion right here, and I just go and I brush them out a little bit to make sure that I like the color. And there you go. And that's what I do. It's so easy to do eyebrows, and again, I think that, you know, it just highlights your face. It really frames your face, and as I had said before, studies showed that that's one of the first things that people notice. So it's super simple, super easy, and you just use those light feathery strokes and just fill in your eyebrows. And if you want to use the brow pomade for your eyeliner, what I do is I just dip it in again to the brow pomade, and I just dab it. And I'm going to just show you real quick. This isn't going to be perfect, but I just dab it at the eyelash line. Some people are better at having, you know, being able to just draw that line in, but I'm more of a dabber. So I don't know if you can tell the difference or not. I just like mine to be very natural. So I'll leave it like that, but I just wanted to show you that you can add to it and make it darker. Or, you know, if you just want something very thin, if you wanted to do that, you would just pull your eye, the side of your eye like this, and make it tight, and then you can draw it on with the eyebrow brush. Anyway, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.